I'd like you to break down last night's Yankee-Royal game to a fine powder, Don.
Well, just that they are just taking care of business against a really good Royals team. And it's Soto homers, Judge homers, but they're playing small ball. Everybody's hitting, with the exception of Rizzo. Even Torres is hitting. And they are just mauling everybody that they play outside of the Dodgers, and the excuse with the Dodgers is they didn't have one of their best players in Juan Soto in the lineup. So they continue to pitch. They continue to hit. The bullpen has been spectacular. There's just, what else can you say? Stroman has been great. 6-2 with a 2.82
really
run average. He has been as advertised for what exactly that they needed him to be. And right now, with the Yankees having a record of 48-21, and they're now 16-1 against the Central Division. Taking the first two games of this series against Kansas City, who was, I think when they started the series, they were 12 games above 500. Now they're 10, so they're not nobody, and they're just running through them like a hot knife through butter. The sky's the limit for this Yankees team, and they're starting to get a little bit of a cushion against Baltimore. So they stand right now with a 2.5, even though Baltimore's played very well. That not quite the cushion that the Phillies have, like a 10-game lead over the Braves in the East. But somebody called up yesterday and asked, can you see there being like a record for wins in a season between Philadelphia and the Yankees? And why not? Baseball's been terrible this year. There's only 10 teams above 500. 10. So that means there's 20 teams at or under 500. It's ridiculous. And you've got the Chicago White Sox are 17-51, Peter. So you might see a record for wins, which is 116 held by the Seattle Mariners in 2001. And you might see a record for losses, which is held by the Mets in 62 when they lost 120 games. Because there's so much bad baseball right now. Everybody else outside the Orioles in the Yankees division is under 500.
So you see what you just did, Don?
What did I do?
You did something called the Pinstripe Report, brought to you by Bet365. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Wow.
So Greek sent, they are right now, this is tied for the 7th best start in the first 69 games of a season. So the records that were the same or better. In 26, they were 48-21, same record as this year, lost in the World Series. In 32, they were 49-20, won the World Series. In 27, 49-20, the World Series. They had this a similar. They were 51-18 through their first 69 in 2022. When, of course, we know with the injuries and they end up losing to the Astros. But in 98, 51-18 won the World Series. 39, 52-17 won the World Series. 28, 52-17 won the World Series. The point is that this type of a start at least guarantees them in their history a trip to the Final Four. And I just think right now, and maybe I'm biased because I'm in New York, Peter, this is, if not for this, what are we talking about in baseball? Now, I'm sure some diehard baseball fan will throw out a bunch of things that are happening, but for us that are following all the sports, I mean, this Yankee team, they're 26-11 on the road, 16-1 against the Central Division, off to the kind of start that they're having with Judge raking, with Soto raking, Heel up for a Cy Young. It's been a spectacular start to the season for the New York Yankees in a league that's awful. And I think the Yankees certainly could take advantage of it. So if I'm the Phillies, if I'm the Dodgers, if I'm the Yankees, I'm just going to mop up on this league and win as many games as I can. I think we might see some history this year.
It's absolutely the story in baseball. I mean, fortunately, it appears like it's going to be such a dud season. But there are just a couple of fun storylines. Obviously, a collision course potentially for the Yankees and Dodgers is made. Don, I may be a little bit biased, but the idea of the Yankees and Orioles having some fun in the late summer could be cool. But yeah, no, the Yankees mashing is the story in baseball right now.